Hi, I'm Wendy Atherton here with Winston Dane, Keller Williams, and Cornelius, and welcome to the Lake Norman Luxury Market Report. Feel free to drop any questions or comments, and I will be sure to answer those for you as well. So before I get started specific to Lake Norman, I wanted to speak a little bit about the country in general and some trends that we've seen across the country as it relates to luxury real estate. And when we talk about luxury real estate today, we're really talking about properties in that $1 million mark and above. So first, let's start off with some nationwide trends. What we really saw a lot as a result of COVID is, the government was obviously funneling a lot of money into the economy. We saw a lot of business growth in specific industries. Stock market did really well. Real estate, of course, has done really well. So we have a lot of move-up buyers. Many of those are moving up into the luxury segment of real estate. And we also saw a really big jump in disposable income. Part of that is because of all the wealth that was created. And we also saw a reduction in things like vacations and recreation and all of those things because people couldn't go anywhere for pretty much all of 2020. And so what's happened is we've seen a huge increase in disposable income, and that is starting to play a role in terms of the amount of money coming into the luxury space. One thing that's really interesting is when you think about the trend prior to 2020 is you had a lot of buyers who were really looking to downsize in terms of space. So they wanted the amenities, they wanted the smart homes, they wanted the high-end finishes, but they didn't necessarily want the size of the property, to be at the same scale that it had been, in prior years. And so we were starting to see that. That's reversed. We're seeing people go back to wanting larger properties, larger homes. We have a lot of folks who work from home, and that is playing a factor into that. We're also seeing more demand of buyers who want to get out of the big cities. They want more of a, natural environment, outdoor space is a really big factor, and lifestyle considerations are huge. So, does the home really support all the things that you might want to do at home, because people have become used to being at home more because of COVID. And we're seeing that play out in terms of the types of properties that the luxury buyers are starting to really demand. So if we look across the country, and this is similar trends that you'll see here in Lake Norman, but overall days on market for luxury properties significantly decreased. And we've also seen a tremendous amount of appreciation. We've seen list price go up, we've seen sales price go up, and we've seen inventory drop quite a bit. Now, new construction across the country is at a 50-year low mark, and we see the same thing happening in the luxury space. We just don't have enough supply to keep up with all of the demand. And in the I'll say under $1 million mark for real estate, we've seen tremendous appreciation there too. So you have move-up buyers who are entering the luxury space as well, which is creating additional demand for those properties. Here in Lake Norman, we have seen a similar thing with the country. Our inventory is down significantly. So, Cornelius, if you think about, properties like the Peninsula, we're down 63% in terms of days on market. Davidson's a little bit of an anomaly. You see that's up. I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. There's a couple of outliers in there, new construction that are driving that number. Denver, days on market, 11. And if you look at Denver, Denver has appreciated, and some of these properties are now emerging into the luxury space. Denver has a lot of waterfront properties that are now considered luxury. And so we're seeing Denver has really caught up, and those properties are moving quickly. Huntersville, 8 days on market, down. Mooresville, down significantly. So homes are moving really quick because we don't have very many of them. So you look at our inventory overall, right now, across the board, significant decreases. And you can see that bear out in the median price per square foot. So we've seen pretty good appreciation really across the market. And I'm going to tell you, this really looks different, depending on neighborhood, price point. Of course, if it's waterfront or not, plays a big role into that. And you can see our average sale price. Our average sale price right now in Cornelius is $1.8 million plus, which is way up. So, the luxury market here continues to be really strong. I think one of the biggest things to consider if you're a luxury seller is how you attract clients is very different than in the, I'll call it, traditional market. So you're looking at people moving here from out of state. How do you target those buyers? Well, we know how to target them because we actually are able to buy lists, for example, of folks who are, have a certain level of net worth, who have a certain affinity for certain things. So, who's buying J88 sailboats, we know who they are, and we're able to get marketing in front of them for specific properties. Things like that really are critical in the luxury space. And so I would say marketing continues to be key. And really in the luxury space, you are selling a story and a lifestyle, not just four walls. So I hope this market report is helpful. If you'd like some information specific to your property or your neighborhood, just let me know. I'm happy to help. Thanks a lot.